Okay, want to start, make a comment?
Sure. Well, you all have the release, and you know that we made the decision in the announcement today to make a change in leadership in our head men's basketball coach. And you know, Coach Evans is a wonderful human being. I have a great deal of respect for him, and he did so many things that we're proud of in Bengal basketball. Graduated kids, brought out high character young men to our campus. We're really proud of the guys that he made Bengals and grateful to him for that. But in the end, we really have to have some balance, and we want to be very good and have a lot of integrity on both sides of the equation, off the court, and then we have a great obligation to our student athletes to be doing everything that we can to make them successful and have the opportunity to be competitive in the Big Sky Conference on the court. And in this case, we were doing very, very well on one side of that equation, but just need to turn the dial on the other side of it.
Absolutely. It's tough because coaching, you know, if you don't bring out the wins, if the W's aren't showing up, that could cost you the job. So just give us a comment on kind of how you do, like what Bill brought, you know, bringing Sam Dowd and making these men into better men. And even though the W's didn't come out, just kind of what it meant that he did create, he did make a name for the Idaho State men.
Absolutely. I mean, he created a culture of integrity in men's basketball, and we all know that NCAA men's basketball has had some question marks over the years, and we haven't had question marks in our program of that nature at Idaho State, and so we're proud of that, and we're very, very committed to maintaining that. And Bill's been the leader that has been very instrumental in that over these 7 years. There's no question about that. And we just have to have our mindset on excellence and understanding that that is an expectation, that we're going to have integrity that's an expectation in a program, that we're going to treat players right goes without saying, has to go without saying, that we're going to perform academically. We're always going to place the proper priority on that, but we have to begin demonstrating that we can elevate in the win column within our conference.
In the release it said you're going to start a national search for a new head coach. What are some of the qualities that you're going to be looking for in whoever that is? Well,
certainly the things that I just spoke about, a commitment to integrity and doing things the right way in Bengal athletics is always going to be something that we look for. I think someone that has some experience winning in a program and has a demonstrated track record of winning more than losing, performing well in their conference. I think we're looking for someone that can really relate to players and to student athletes, both from a recruiting standpoint as well as the young men that we have in our program, and can relate to them in such a way that they're able to get their best all the time, or at least most of the time, because I think that if we look at our team, I already said I'm really proud of our young men. I think their best, getting their best is enough to do better, and so that's going to be a very big priority for us.
I guess it's up to the new head coach, but does the other coaching staff stay although Bill is parting?
You know, the remainder of the coaching staff has not been placed on leave. They have contracts that run through June 30th, and we need their help and support in this transition, and certainly a new head coach should have the opportunity to meet them and get to know them and evaluate them and possibly create some, you know, cohesion in a transition by considering them as part of the staff. But that will absolutely be up to a new head coach. I don't coach basketball, and I'm not going to ever be in the business of any head coaching at Idaho State. We're going to let those decisions be made by our head coaching staff.
Are any of those assistants able to apply for the full-time job, or are you looking to make an external hire?
You know, I think that we're going to be open to all options, and I haven't been approached yet by anyone on the staff. So I think that I can't really answer that question until we know what's on the table.
If you're selling the ISU men's basketball program to a potential head coach, I guess what are some qualities that you can sell them, and also what challenges do they need to be made aware of?
Now, I think that Idaho State is part of a great community. That we have a dynamic new president that has been very, very committed to Bengal athletics. That makes a tremendous difference. I think the support that we've seen out of our community has been extremely robust, and they have been on board with everything that we have done in this time of change and transition, and have shown that they are ready for a new time, not only in Bengal athletics, but at Idaho State University, and that's a great feeling. I think that we have a beautiful campus, and Pocatello is a wonderful place. Obviously, it's an area I'm committed to and I love, and when we have gone out seeking other head coaches, there's a certain person that's looking for what we have here in terms of the area and the growth potential and the kind of a community that we live in. And we're going to sell that. We're going to sell that we have been able to begin to have some success in football and in many of our other sports. And I want to see someone who is committed to the idea that at a mid-major, maybe a smallish university with resources that are not unlike a lot of institutions our size in the mid-majors, that we can still be committed to excellence. We can win. We need people who are going to see more about what we have and be able to think creatively about our limitations. That being said, I absolutely know and am committed to the idea that we can't just make a head coaching change and have everything else be the same. Some of the challenges that you mentioned, Madison, we have to work on. We have a facilities issue that, we've said we have to solve. We need to get our basketball program in a home more consistently. We need to be giving them some relief in terms of venues, and that's going to take, I think, compromises internally, institutionally, and also on the part of the community. We have to decide what kind of a team and a program do we all want, and make some commitments to doing the things we have to do to get there.
I know you're not the coach, but have you spoke with the players about this decision, and what was their reaction and answer to that?
The players really, we talk about where we're going to go with a search and all of these things that have to begin happening immediately, but my focus really today was on the student athletes after making this change, and I did spend an extended time meeting with them and talking about the reasons for this change. And they share, the players here love Coach Evans. I think we all heard Sam Dowd's comments about the opportunity that he gave to them and then the respect that they have for him as a person, which goes very deep. However, there is some frustration there, and that they feel that we underperformed this year, and they want very much to do better and to be placed in a position to, strategically and tactically to win more games. Mm-hmm. So there is a trust there that we're doing what we're doing because it's in the best interest of them and of the program, that we're going to support them in this transition, that we're glad they're here, we're glad they chose Idaho State, and that we want them here. So they felt, I felt like they trusted in where we're going and are willing to be very committed to Idaho State, and they just want to do well.
Do you have any idea what Bill has planned for what's next for him?
Well, I'm sure that he's been giving that some thought. He has a lot of friends and respected colleagues in basketball that I think know what kind of a man that he is. So I think that he'll have some options and opportunities. He responded in our conversation as you would expect just a terrific person like him to respond. He was very gracious, and he was very honest with me in that conversation about things that he hopes that will provide moving forward. But I think Bill will do very well in whatever he chooses, and I sure do wish him well, because I really like and respect Bill Evans.
Yeah, I just wanted to get one more comment on Bill. What reputation or what vision did Bill make of this program? Being that he was the Big Sky Coach of the Year one year, he made a name for us, maybe just not on the court, but as a reputation. So what was it that Bill made for Idaho State? Well,
Bill was always willing to do the right thing, and sometimes that was difficult, but he placed the proper priority on academics. He was committed to recruiting high character young men, and he did absolutely manage to find guys like that also bring a lot of talent. Mm-hmm. And I think those are the three things that really stick out to me about Bill that we want to replicate going forward.
Awesome. I'm great. Good. Good.
All right.
Okay.